As lifelong proponents of Star Wars, we enjoy highlighting and studying the good stories in that universe. Today we will return to the masterpiece Andor, to look at a character that, in a lesser show, would have just been another generic bad guy. Spoiler alert for the show, we highly recommend giving it a watch. It's a great work of art that holds up a mirror to our current society. The scene we'll be analyzing connects one of the ISB's best in Partagaz and one of the rebellion's best in Nemek.
The pace of repression outstrips our ability to understand it, and that is the real trick of the Imperial thought machine. It's easier to hide behind 40 atrocities than a single incident. But they have a fight on their hands, don't they?
One of the themes of this show and Star Wars as a whole is the idea that a nobody can take down an empire. Nemek is just a kid who dies very early in the rebellion's existence. We only see him in 3 episodes of the show. He was a part of the Aldani heist, which announced the presence of the rebellion to the galaxy, but more importantly, he created a manifesto. His thoughts on the Empire and its oppression spread like wildfire throughout the galaxy. Though he may have lived a short life, his reach is far and wide.
We are health care providers. We treat sickness. We identify symptoms. We locate germs, whether they arise from within or have come from the outside.
On the other side, we have Major Partagaz, a leader in the ISB, but not the head. In the grand scheme of the Empire, he is expendable. Throughout the show, he has challenged the people under him to be more effective in their jobs. In his first scene, Partagaz likens the ISB to health care providers, identifying symptoms, locating germs, and treating the disease, whether that's from inside or outside of the Empire. With this introduction to Partagaz, we are shown his intellect, his definition of the Empire, but most importantly, we are given the key to his downfall.
Alone, unsure, dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction.
This moment really begins with Kleya, someone who escaped the ISB and was highly involved in creating the rebellion. She is one of the original symptoms of Partagaz's so-called disease, that is the rebellion. In the voiceover, we hear Nemek's manifesto as we transition to the ISB where Partagaz listens. With this, we learn that the manifesto did not just stay with Cassian. It had spread and made it all the way to the ISB.
There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause. Remember that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere. And even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward.
Partagaz looks haunted by Nemek's words, which seem to speak directly to him. In his crisp white uniform, standing in this sterile room where he would lead with precision in the ISB with the tightest fist around control. Nemek correctly breaks down the Empire's need to control and why tyranny and authority can be overcome. Everything that Partagaz stands for and believes is brought down by a rebel who will never receive a medal or be proclaimed a hero, and yet he has made an impact.
The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural. Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks. It leaks. Authority is brittle. Oppression is the mask of fear.
In his first scene, Partagaz says that their job is to treat disease, and he stands in this room having failed in this job, with Kleya and the rest of the rebels successfully escaping. Nemek's manifesto tells him that the rebellion is everywhere. Insurrection is rampant, and rebels have been born without even knowing it. For Partagaz, whose entire goal is to snuff out these behaviors, this is an impossible mountain to climb. He has failed once, he will fail again. And the ISB will continue to fail to plug all the holes the rebellion is creating.
Just keep spreading, doesn't it?
It's been hard to contain.
Who do you think it is?
When Supervisor Legret enters, they speak briefly about the manifesto, and this is when we truly see his desperation as he breathes out that it just keeps spreading. Partagaz asks who Legret thinks it is, referring to the author of the manifesto. This question is almost irrelevant and certainly meaningless to Legret. The concern is in the ideas of the manifesto, not its author. Partagaz has led his people to treat the rebels not as people, but as disease. In this moment, he lets go of that idea and wonders who is behind the manifesto he could not treat. He knows his fate and dies with this question hanging in the air. Partagaz's story shows us that even for someone who is all in on the Empire and does good work for them for a long time, everyone is expendable and replaceable. And as the movies have shown us, this reality goes all the way to Darth Vader. Fascism not only hurts those it oppresses, but eventually it will hurt those who foster it. Partagaz lived his life for a fascist empire, and it killed him. Nemek lived his life for the pure idea of freedom, and it killed him, but in many ways he lives on, and as always, may the Force be with you.
The day will come when all these skirmishes and battles, these moments of defiance will have flooded the banks of the Empire's authority, and then there will be one too many. One single thing will break the siege.